Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanser, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a very interesting show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, 2 days ago, we broke the news. We didn't break it, but we were amongst the people that broke the news on YouTube that Skip Bayless was going to be leaving Undisputed, I think, at the end of this summer. I think they said August or something like that, right? We reported it. Various news sites were talking about it. The New York Post was talking about it. Bleacher Report was discussing it as well, right? Now, were some of us shocked by him leaving? No, but I think we're shocked that when it came out because I don't think we expected it. If you know anything about that show, it hadn't been the same since the departure of Shannon Sharpe. They were losing. I mean, they were hemorrhaging viewers. At one point, they were averaging around 50-something thousand viewers a day, which is terrible for ratings. And then you look at what was happening at ESPN First Take, the show that Shannon Sharpe went to. They were getting 10 times the viewers at certain times a day, like 10 to 1. It was crazy, right? It was crazy. And then if you looked at the ensemble cast that they put together with Skip Bayless, with Keyshawn Johnson, and they had players like people like Richard Sherman, Michael Irving, and all of them, it just wasn't really working, right? It wasn't really working. The ratings weren't really working out. So ultimately, FS1 decided that they needed to go in a different direction after, investing tens of millions of dollars into Skip Bayless back when he joined that network in 2016, when he originally signed that $25 million contract. And then ultimately in 2021, he signed another contract for $32 million. $32 million contract. So we discussed this. People gave their thoughts. Everyone weighed in on it. But then yesterday I was going through the internet and I came across a very, very interesting article by Michael McCarthy from Front Office Sports. And the article had the following headline that I want to read to you. It says, "Hiring Skip Bayless would make Stephen A. Smith's morning talk show Dominion complete," right? So that's what the article said. So as I was reading through it, it then got to a particular point where ESPN essentially said that they're 100% okay with the current cast of personalities that they have working at the network. And Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith reunion is something they are absolutely not interested in. And I was like, wow, they just slammed the door in his face right there. So before we even get into what this article had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. For example, I am super excited about the upcoming MLB games. With Game Time tickets, I can easily pick the best tickets for me. I love that I can choose between different deals. I have the option to select the cheaper deal, the best option deal, or my favorite, the flash deal. The flash deal gives me the option to find discounts that I can only find on Game Time. Once I select the ticket I want, I can view my seat. And it's not just restricted to baseball. I can also look for the best ticket deals for other sports like football, the NBA, concerts, comedy, or other theater shows. Included in my purchase, I also have a 24-hour return guarantee, a lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection. So take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let's get into what this article had to say. It then continues on with Skip Bayless out at FS1's Undisputed later this summer, according to Ryan Glass-Steagall of the New York Post. The question now is, what's next? There probably won't be much demand for the fading infant terrible of sports TV, who's now barely able to draw in 50,000 viewers opposite Stephen A. Smith's juggernaut First Take on ESPN. But could Smith throw Skip a bone? What if the 56-year-old Smith took pity on the 72-year-old Bayless, his old TV partner, and invited him to join his rotating cast ensemble on First Take? It would be a coup de grace if Smith and First Take's long rivalry with Bayless is Undisputed. It would be sweet revenge for Smith's new partner, Shannon Sharpe, who was pushed out of Undisputed in 2023 after 7 years as Bayless's TV partner. After all, it was Bayless who went to bat for Smith in 2012, pushing ESPN Uber producer Jamie Horowitz to hire Smith as his full-time Embrace debate foil on First Take. At that time, Smith was wandering in the TV wilderness after being let go by ESPN back in 2009. And Bayless and Horowitz were looking to take First Take, then airing on ESPN2 to the next level. When Horowitz asked Bayless whether he had a best friend in sports media like Michael Wilbon or Tony Kornheiser, Bayless advocated for Smith. Once Horowitz put Smith and Bayless together on Wednesday, they instantly clicked. They were the perfect yin and yang for the hot take format. First Take's rating exploded. With the news show moving up to the flagship ESPN channel, Bayless and Horowitz then jumped to Fox Sports for the big money in 2016 to launch their own new version dubbed Undisputed, and hired Sharp as Bayless's new debate opponent. But that was then, and this is now. What started out as a head-to-head competition between the dueling Embrace debate shows 8 years ago is now a one-sided competition. In June, Smith's First Take averaged 451,000 viewers, up 7%, while Bayless's Undisputed averaged 56,000 viewers, down 64%. One of the crucial turning points came last year when FS1 pushed out Sharp after he clashed repeatedly on air with Bayless. Smith pounced, pushing ESPN to hire Sharp. The Pro Football Hall of Famer has been a huge addition to First Take and is now positioned to inherit the show if Smith leaves the network next year for late night TV. Since his days growing up in the streets of Queens, Smith has always been fiercely loyal to his friends. What about the 56-year-old Sharp? Don't forget Bayless did him a solid by picking him for Undisputed when he was unemployed back in 2016. Success is the best revenge. His feud with Bayless has cooled off too. Since leaving Bayless' suffocating presence, Sharp's career has exploded, with ESPN recently giving him a contract extension. Sharp might enjoy taking his old nemesis apart on First Take. We are set on the current First Take rotation and wish Skip Bayless the best on his future endeavors, an ESPN spokesperson told Front Office Sports. So you heard what the article had to say there. What are my thoughts? First of all, none of this really surprises me. Doesn't really surprise me. The fact of the matter is, ESPN has a good thing going. They added an extremely popular personality to their rotation in Shannon Sharp, and it's been a boom for them, right? At one point, they were hitting over 800,000 viewers daily, so they were getting a lot of people to tune in and watch the show. And it was a fantastic marriage between Stephen A. Smith, ESPN First Take, and Shannon Sharp. But where does this leave Skip Bayless ultimately? Ultimately, I think that Skip Bayless may just end up needing to do something else or just probably fade off into the sunset. Skip Bayless is 72 years old. He's made over $50 million in his 60s. He's had a fantastic career in sports media, but I mean, you've had a good run. Now, Skip is one of those people that is averse to retirement, and I can understand that. I guess we'd have to wait and see where he lands. And as you guys know, that there's a vacant spot on on Undisputed. And yesterday I actually shot a message to Marcellus Wiley. I'm like, man, they need to get some of y'all back on TV. You need to get Max Kellerman to fill that seat, right? So to me, I think they probably need to look at Max Kellerman. This is just my outlook on things from afar. I don't know. But I guess we just have to wait and see where Skip Bayless ultimately lands. But, he had a great career, and sometimes these things just end that way. These are my thoughts. So the question to the audience is, where do you see this thing playing out for Skip Bayless in the future? Do you think he finds another gig on TV, or this is it? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show.